the Quilon Beach Hotel, who made it possible for taking the water floating yogasanas, were shot. Here, Mathew Gurukkal is going to set a record in the Limca Book of World Records. First, Mathew Gurukkal goes to a Shavasana pose, lying on his back. Then he takes the hands at the back of his head. Then he widens his leg. Now he brings both his legs together and raising the hands above his head in a tree pose. Then he catches the right toes with his hands, going for a Nataraja pose. And similarly he does on the left toes. Then he goes for the Mandukasana with the hands tied at the back of his head. Then again going for the tree pose. And now he switches to the catching of the right leg with the hands, going to another asana. Similarly he catches the left leg as well, going to another asana. Now he goes for the reverse Shavasana or corpse pose, lying on his belly. Now he comes to the Naukasana or the boat pose, raising his head. Again lying on his back, he goes for the Pavan Muktasana, pulling his right knees to the chest. Similarly, he releases the legs and pulls the left knees to the chest. Now he goes for bringing both the knees to his chest for the Purna Pavan Muktasana. Again he goes for the Ustrasana or the camel pose, catching both his legs under the water with both hands. Now he goes for the standing Mandukasana with the hands like on the cross pose. Then he goes for lying on the water with his back, with the legs crossed on the knees. Then he goes for the Padmasana, that is the lotus pose. First he goes for the hands tied at his back in Padmasana. Then he sits in the water in Padmasana with the hands on the cross pose. Then he goes for on the belly Padmasana pose. His face is underwater and he cannot breathe. Again he comes back to the previous pose. Now he catches both the toes with his hands, seated in meditation. While in Padmasana, again he takes both hands to his hips. And finally at the back of his head. Again he changes to a tree pose. Now he raises his hands till the elbow above water, going in a blessing pose. Similarly, he now blesses with both his hands above water. he goes to the Mandukasana with the hands tied pose. The hands are tied up together, still remaining in floating. In the background you can see the Kollam beach and the people's walking in the noon time. Mathew Gurukkal performs almost 30 different yogasana poses in water in 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Whosoever can do all these asanas and much more than 30 asanas in less time will be the next record holder. I am going to set my Limca Book of World Records for doing the maximum number of yogasanas in the minimum time of 4 minutes and 45 seconds. Mathew Gurukkal is the director of Bali Galleries in Limca, opposite Shines Building, east of Ironbridge, Kollam 1, Kerala, India. He runs training classes for Kalarified, yoga, computers, spoken English and Hindi. The water floating yogasanas were shot at the Quilon Beach Hotel. Thanks to the Quilon Beach Hotel authorities who made it possible for me to do the different variations of yogasana in water